Hey everybody, my name is Dan Clark, and today I wanted to share with you a very important message. And here's why it's important. It was because I was freed by 40 years of religious indoctrination in almost an instant. And I'll tell you why it was an instant. You know, there's a process for coming out of indoctrination. There's kind of a lengthy process. But I was freed. I remember the instant that I was freed. And I also remember the instant that my wife was freed. And it was an instant. It was a turning point. And this is what I want to share with you today. It's my gift to you, and I hope you use it for yourself. And I also hope and pray that you'll use this gift on others that you know that may be indoctrinated in some religious disabling beliefs out there. Before I tell you about it, I want to share one thing with you. I have a course coming out in the next couple days, and it's called Finding Your Own Path to God. And I just want you to know that's going to be coming. It helps people that are struggling to figure out where to go after they come out, people that are considering, should I come out, and the process of coming out. I have a course coming out in the next couple days, so be on the lookout for that. Now let me get back to how I was freed from 40 years of indoctrination almost instantly. You know, every one of us are looking for love. When I went in the Jehovah's organization, I was looking for love. So I met a bunch of friendly people, a bunch of loving people that just seemed to be loving on me and seemed like they were genuine friends. But what I realized soon was they weren't friends with anyone outside the organization. It was a group. It was, if you're in our group, we love you. And of course, everybody knows that's absolutely the truth. When you leave, you're no longer part of the group and there is no more love. So, you know, we see that people have been excommunicated and killed themselves, and all sorts of horror stories have been out there. Well, what happened after 40 years of my indoctrination? I was in what they called the generation prophecy. 70 or 80 years from 1914, the world was going to end. So this was early 80s, moving into the late 80s. And I was really in it. I was preaching. And when that date passed, I decided I was going to question, which we should. We should question, you know, this time period passed, and you said it was going to end in 70 or 80 years from this time, and the Watchtower said, and you know, we preached it every day, door to door, with our whole heart, and it didn't happen. So I thought, you know, naively, that I could go to the elders and tell them. And I'm going to stay on the subject. Don't worry about this subject of how I was freed instantly. But I was in there thinking I was doing the right thing, thinking I was serving God, thinking I was putting my whole heart into it. Well, when I went to ask somebody, for whatever reason, they reported me to their headquarters, you know, the society, they call it. The world, what do they call it? The Faithful and Discreet Slave in Brooklyn, New York. They wrote a letter, and when the letter came back, it said, watch out for that brother, because he's questioning us, because he's asked a question. We may want to put him on apostate watch, okay? So I thought that was a fair thing that I could ask. Why did this date pass? But it wasn't. You do not question a cult. You do not question. They don't like that. So anyway, my soul started to get discouraged. And I was hungering. This wasn't the love I thought it was. I questioned, and I was chastised, and I was spanked in a sense. And then I told some other brothers, and they started giving me the dirty look like, why are you questioning this organization? And I went, whoa, so I didn't feel the love. In fact, I started to see it wasn't genuine at all. Our whole idea was about getting our butts into the paradise earth. And I've seen so many times in Christianity when I started visiting other churches, I started seeing that it was the same thing. They were telling me about Jesus so that they could get their butts in heaven. And it wasn't about Christ now, living now. It was always about later. They were going to get into heaven. We were going to get under. So here's what happened. I felt the love of God in somebody. Somebody said, I love you just because of you. And I said, whoa, it spoke to my soul. It spoke to a part of me that's looking for love. See, love has never left. Love is not of this world. But according to the scriptures, love has never left. It's always here. And so just because this body of people didn't have this love other than the tribe they were in was evidence that they weren't partaking of the love that's not of this world, which is God's love. It says in the Bible, you'll know them by their fruit. So here's what I want to say today. That one loving instant began like a virus to completely dismantle 40 years of unbelief. And here's what I want to tell you. If you know somebody that is trapped in a cultic religious ideal, that's struggling, that's having, that you see is just kind of going downhill, and they're trapped, I want to tell you what to do. Do not reason with them. Do not try to battle out scriptures with them. Do not butt heads with them. Love them right where they're at. Love them with the love that God gave you. Love them in their lost state. And I'm telling you, love is the greatest alchemy in the world. Love changes everything. It can break down any infrastructure. Any infrastructure. I had 40 years of programming. My wife had a similar thing happen, yelling real loud at Christmas with her ex. And the mother-in-law saw that she was disturbed and she was of this religion that didn't celebrate Christmas and decided she was going to give her a Christmas gift and gave her a little bottle of Charlie perfume. That loving, and she said, this is not a Christmas gift. I just want to give this to you because I love you. And that touched my wife. She said, that's the love of Christ. And that was her terminology she used. She's like, oh my God, how can you be loving me in this Episcopalian woman? You know, it doesn't matter who you are or what religion you're in. If you have the kind of love that doesn't care what religion another person is, that you can love them right where they're at, when you can love them even going down the prodigal journey's road the wrong way and be waiting for their return, when you can love them and understand they just don't know what they're doing. When you have that love, you have the love of the Father that's always available. So, what I want to say, if you're leaving a religion and you're wondering where to go, follow the love. Follow that person that doesn't have an agenda for you. Follow the person that doesn't want to just get you into a church and get you into another idea. Follow love. Follow love. God is love. God is here. And that love is here. When you see somebody reach out to you, embrace it. If it's genuine, if it's pure, embrace it. And you'll be on the right path because God is love. How could you be on the wrong path? Your soul knows. And the same way, be the love for somebody else. If you've got somebody, like I've got family who are still in the Jehovah's Witnesses, I'm going to love them right where they're at. I'm going to love the ego craziness right out of them. I am. I'm going to love them right where they're at. Trust me. And that love, I know, is God's love. And that love can erase all this stuff that we've been told by man, the pre-programming. So that's the gem I want to share with you today. If you're outside the organization and you're wondering where to go, follow love. If you're trying to help somebody out there, be the love. Be the love. Realize they're lost souls. If you've woken up and you're awake, be the love. They're looking for the love. That's the thing most people don't know. They're looking for the love. Their soul is looking for the love. And their soul knows what genuine love looks like. So give them that love and help free them today. And if you like this video, please pass it on to somebody else who might need it. Please forward it, tag it to your friends, whatever, but pass it on. It helps get the word out to everybody. And remember, I have a course coming out in the next couple of days that talks, it's a few free videos that talks about this dismantling process after we've maybe decided to leave the religion, where to go, how to dismantle. It's very, very incredible. It's 3 free videos and it's just for you. And it'll be out here in the next couple of days. It's called Finding Your Own Path to God. And you'll actually find out that God isn't a building. It isn't a religion. It's a spirit. and we can tap into it, and it wants to tap into us. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. And like I said, I was freed. The minute I felt that love, I wanted that love, and I went toward that love. My wife did too. Two people freed just like that from indoctrination because somebody was able to be a vessel for God's love to us, and our souls were looking for it, and our souls were crying out for it. And when God touched us, we were free. And I want to tell you one last thing. There's life just outside all of these ideals in this matrix. There's new life. In fact, there's infinite possibilities, infinite understanding just outside this matrix that we were born into. I don't know why I was born into it. I don't know why other people have had to go through what they've went through. But what I know is love is here. It's everywhere. And it's available for us. So be looking for it. And if you are wanting to help somebody else, be the love. Don't be the argument. Don't be the fight. Be the love. All right. That's it. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.